This is Jimmy.
Nuclear launch detected.
Right on.
Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be Royal and Jaedong here on Neodark Origin. Top left, it's going to be Royal ASL champ, and in the bottom right, one of the best Zerg players, if not the best Zerg player of all time, it is Jaedong. No, he never officially reached Bonjour status ban, but he is still playing and still qualifying for SSLs. He struggles a little bit against the top Terran players, but other than that, he is still a monster and still competing. I want to see Jaedong versus Flash in SSL2 so bad, you guys. You have no idea how badly I want to see Jaedong versus Flash in SSL2. I will die happy if I see that, especially in a best of series. Yeah? I think that's fair enough to ask the universe. And let me know in the comments if you agree, and hit that like button if you're excited for this. And this is a hallucinated Kakaru. There we go, disappearing right on cue. No proxies here on this two-player map from RJB, but he's excited about it. It's a DEF CON 1 replay, which just means it is a highly recommended replay from RJB. DEF CON 1 is the highest level of DEF CON in the United States. And it is a common misconception that DEF CON 5 is the highest. But no, it is DEF CON 1. I know it's a lower number. Bear with me here. So it's a hatch first play here from Jaedong. Not playing under a Smurf name. This is JD. It's Jaedong. And Royal is not under a Smurf name as well, or playing under his previous name, Sorry. And one of the craziest stories in Brood War is how Sorry changed his name to Royal and immediately won an ASL, like instantly, like the next ASL he could participate in. He qualified for it and won the darn thing. That's what's going on here. Absolutely banana pants. So anyway, Pool coming in, probably going for some of that gas next. I hope you're checking out the live streams. Did you know that I'm here doing a live stream here on YouTube and on Twitch at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin 6 days a week, dual streaming to those platforms? Come say hey. We're doing replays. We're playing live games you can participate in. Do you want to play a free-for-all that Falcon Paladin is casting? Are you kidding? That sounds tons of fun, doesn't it? So check out the live games. Come say hello. Come, you know, see what's going on. Participate. You won't regret it. All right, Overlord, what do we got? Hiding is what we're doing. Hide inside the fog of war as much as possible. SCB coming down on this hatch first Aruni. We're going to delay the expand and maybe try to bunker rush Jaedong here. Is that the plan? SCV's like, maybe, except there's already Lings on the way, and maybe we're just scouting, and this Overlord is maybe just here to pick off Overlords, but dude, Jaedong, look at this positioning for these Overlords. He's like, nope, I got this one up here before you could kill it. I got this one over here before you can kill it. You could lift this Rax and take it down, but you don't necessarily, you know, that... You don't want to cut into your marine production that much, right? So, no, I'm not going to throw down a bunker. Thought about it. Decided not to do it. Lairs on the way here. And what looks like a pretty standard opening in TVZ these days in the current meta. What's interesting is how many marines are we going to send out? Any? Any whatsoever? Yeah, 4 marines popping out. Waiting for another one. Sure, 5 marines. Like, where's the tipping point on the scale here? At what point is Jaedong going to die if we send enough Marines down? Royal loves doing this. He's probably the #1 Terran player that I cast who is really, really good at it and really does it a lot. Is sending Marines at very weird times against the Zerg. The problem is the Zergs are catching on to this. They're becoming wise to it. And so it's harder to get it done, I think, the more and more it's happening. They're just, you know, they got the Lings out. They got Overlords in positions. They're seeing how many Marines come out of the racks, etc. And everything's fine, right? Jaedong, he kept an eye on it, and Royal's like, not worth it, man. I'm probably going to lose everything if I go out too far, so coming home. Metabolic boost almost done. Spire is on the way. There we go, just now getting started. Macro hatch coming in here too. Our guy's building a Rax, about 50% complete on that one. Second Rax gas here. We are getting an academy for what's going to be first? Stim. What's going to be next? Range for Marines. And then what? Adept production. Medic production. Pretty much. So yeah, before this gets too nuts, let's take it away to today's sponsor. Go Falcon. Today's poll is, should Terrans incorporate more tanks into TVZ? Come to Polls It, create an account using your email address or a Google account and vote yes or no. I really believe that tanks are the answer for Terrans at the highest and lowest levels, especially in TVZ. We know it's in PvT, it's important, but incorporating tanks into your strategy, whether it be mech or SK Terran, and changing it to Marines and tanks, I think that is the best. So come vote now and support me and support the guy who runs Polls It, Anthony. It's not a giant corporation running Polls It. It's just one dude starting a social media platform. He found my channel back when his wife was having some health issues and he lost his job. And he said it was a big help during those long nights in the hospital. So again, he is a very fervent StarCraft and Falcon Paladin fan, not some nameless, faceless entity trying to steal your information. It's just Anthony here. I've talked with him. We've done chats through Discord with video, and he is just one dude trying to make a difference in this world. So check it out. Sign up for Polls It. Vote on stuff like this and other polls as well. And now let's get back to the cast. And thank you, Falcon, for giving us that sponsor again. Sign up for Polls It. I get bonuses. Okay, what do we got? Nothing. I mean, you didn't miss anything at all. You missed 0 game time with that. So we are here. We are rocking it. Engineering Bay coming in. Going for that +1 attack, getting a calm sat. This is the TVZ build right now. It can vary a little bit now, right? You can make some Valkyries if you want. You can add a couple Wraiths into the mix if you're feeling extremely adventurous. But if you don't want to do any of that stuff, then all you need to do is there's the scan, sees what's at the front, sees one creep colony coming in, says, we forced one creep colony with this move out. And if you want to play it normal, you don't make any Valkyries, you don't make any Wraiths at all. All you do is make a starport, get a science facility down, make another starport, get a radiate started, and be on your way, sir. That is how you play TVZ if you want the Zerg player to know what you're doing. Which, you know, there's something to be said for being exact and perfect in your build, as perfect as you can be, and the Zerg player having to deal with it anyway. +1 flyer attack on the way from the Dong. Big fan of that one. And Royal, yeah, Royal's just doing what's expected of him. He is falling into the slot that the Terran gods have allotted for him in this game. Now, at this point, I think it's probably safe to take a third base from Jaedong, right? Probably here. He's got pretty good map control. His mutas are going to keep Royal busy for the next couple of minutes. There's really not going to be much of a chance for him to move out and try to kill some stuff. That said, he's kind of moving out and trying to kill some stuff. So now the mutas are like, well, I guess we could harass your natural base or pick away at this marine ball. There you go. Killing a medic's always a nice win. Yeah. So, I mean, this is the game where do you move out and get everybody killed? If you're Royal, that's kind of embarrassing when that happens. You move out on a mission to kill the Zerg and then you die before you get halfway there. Not a good feeling, folks. Never a good time. Wings swinging up. Excellent. That's very good. Checks to see the third base. Doesn't exist. More scanning. Sees. Oh, it canceled it. Dude, what does that mean? That tells Royal, oh, Jaedong thinks he can kill me before I get down there is what that means. We got more mutas. That +1 flyer attack is taking forever, but it always takes forever because it's a great upgrade. This +1 attack for Royal has been coming in for a long time, too. And you know what I've been saying lately about TVZs, folks? Make siege tanks. Just do it. Like, if your opponent wants to kill you with mutas and lings, then yes, by all means, go SK Terran. If all he's making is Zerglings and Mutalisks, SK Terran is the answer. Get those science vessels out there. Get that marine count high. But if they're trying to go Lurkers or Hydras or Ultras, guess what the answer to all of those things is? Siege tanks. Now, there's the third base. Do you have to get siege tanks to defeat a Zerg player in 2024? No. You can defeat him if you have a lot of science vessels and you keep them alive. That is an important thing I need to underline and bold and put in italics. Keep your science vessels alive, great. Your SK Terran will work out just fine. If they're dying in large numbers and getting plagued all the time, and you can't irradiate every Ultralisk that shows up, and can't irradiate every Defiler that shows up, you're probably just going to lose. So, guess what can help you with that? Siege tanks. Siege tanks. Let's see if we get there, right? Because the Queen's Nest is coming in from Jaedong. He's never I don't think I've ever seen Jaedong like completely skip out on tier 3 stuff when he needs it, right? If the game gets to the point where it's necessary. Obviously, he's won a bunch of games without it because it's like a 6-minute game. But other than that, the man is going into Hive, right? Hive timing after Queen's Nest is now. Good. Couple seconds. Not too bad. Not even close. Whoa. Yeah. I mean, these guys haven't been able to really get to the halfway part of the map. Their numbers kind of keep increasing, but also they keep dying to these mutas with the +1 attack. I mean, this is aggressive stuff. Hey, look. Lurker aspects on the way. Hey, look. Hive timing scouted. By scouted, I mean scanned. Is that even a scout when you scan? I don't think it is. Scouting implies effort went into it. Jumping on Royal's units. Jaedong is not going to engage unless he knows he can win. And he does, and all of the mutas die except for 6 of them. And yeah, Royal is in a deep well right now. A deep well filled with sewage. He's in trouble. He can't move out for a while. The Zerg player can probably take a 4th base at this point. Getting a 3rd base is going to be nigh impossible until a Radiate is done at the very least for Royal. So yeah, Jaedong droning up, working on some more lurkers, getting an evolution chamber for more upgrades. And yep, when this guy's done, we're going to go ahead and throw up a Defiler Mound, and Royal is in all of the trouble. That's it. That's all we're looking at. Yeah, does he have 2 starports? Uh-huh. Does he have a Radiate? Yeah. Should he have just kind of sat at home instead of parking himself out in the middle of the map and waiting for Jaedong to kill him? Yeah, I think so. I do. He probably wouldn't have jumped on you if he had some turrets and bunkers protecting your dudes. So, I mean, if you're not going to go for an attack, just sit at home. I just don't know what purpose it is posturing out there like that if you're Royal. Just asking Jaedong to get enough stuff to kill you. Marine says, oh, thank everything. There's not a 4th base here from Jaedong yet. He does scan and catch these mutas swinging around back here. They get into the main base. There's turrets there. There's turrets here. Yeah, they don't want to fight this. There's only 6 of them. Okay, 5 of them as one of them died. Right. Okay, well, here's a push out. Royal says, I have a Radiate. Let's go. Remember when I said he can move out when he has a Radiate? That's now. Now he's out of a Radiate, so no more pushing out for him. You'll notice that he's falling back. Because without a Radiate, it's dumb to continue to push in that situation unless you just irradiated the 2 lurkers that Jaedong had. But he had more than that. Mutaflock with +1. Yeah, but not a lot of them, man. That Muta stack is not all that scary. Not all that scary at all. Adrenal getting fired up. Consume on the way. Royal sneaking down the right side. No base here. Huh, interesting. Lurker count a little too hefty to bust right now. I would give that a little too hefty rating. So yeah, this is interesting. 3 base Zerg, no sign of a 4 base. 3 basing Terran. This is probably a command center. Yeah, trying to get a 3rd CC up. Gonna be difficult to put it here. I'm just gonna put that out. Unless Royal can really put some pressure up on our guy, the green Terran. Like the green on the Terran, by the way. It's nice. And orange Zerg. Okay, I think that was 1 connection. Science vessels are generally healthy. One of them is 1 scourge away from death. 1 day away from retirement. Drone tries to get a 4th base in the bottom left corner. Ah. Okay. Dark Swarm hiding. He wanted to plague those science vessels. Doesn't have plague yet. Or just fake it, maybe. He throws out another Dark Swarm. And expires. No real surprise there. Okay, Muta. Yeah, I mean, sure. If you're going against 1 HP science vessels, that'll work. It's not what's happening here. None of them have been played because Plague isn't done yet. So this is the best. It's going to be the easiest it's going to be for you, Royal, is right now. Plague's not done. You can kind of hang around Dark Swarm clouds without being worried about getting Plague right in the face, which is how you're going to have to worry about that as soon as that upgrade is complete. Right? Ooh, the whole position lings. Ah! Well, they all died. They were invincible for a minute. Temporary invincibility. Dude, he just killed the 4th of Jaedong, though, sneaking down that left side. Jaedong was not ready for it. I wasn't ready for it either. These little hit squads. Look at this. Just multitasking in multiple places at once, bouncing back and forth everywhere. He's now putting enough pressure up that yeah, he can take that 3rd base, no problem. Dude, is Royal going to win this game? He's up 59 to 39 supply. I've been talking a lot of crap on Royal for his first 13 minutes of the match. Science vessel sniped, but StarCraft is nothing if not a game where you can come back if you play well enough, right? Sometimes early losses are snowballs or rolling down a hill, becoming giant boulders of snow that crush entire villages. But sometimes it just turns into a little piddly snowball that can be picked up and thrown back up the mountain. I don't know how that analogy works with what I'm trying to do. Maybe somebody smarter than me. Oh, look, tanks. 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 There they are. All right, Falcon talked a big game about making siege tanks, folks. Let's see if this works out for Royal with his tanks against the Hydra comp. It's not Ultras, it's Hydras, and it's Lurkers, and it's Adrenalings, and it's Defilers. All of these pieces are important. Firebats, love that from our guy Royal. Firebats and tanks, right? Splash damage. Splash damage other than your Irradiates. Because Irradiate, while it is splash damage, what it really is single target damage, right? Come on. I guess the Ultras are the biggest example of turning single target damage into splash damage. But for the vast majority of the time, it is definitely single targety on these Defilers. Good plague, sick plague. Sick plague. And falling down, folks. Getting out of here. Ling's jumping on. No. Definitely not. Fourth base coming up the right side. Jaedong needs this to live right now. Scourge. Free hit. Nice angle to come into, by the way. That was neat. Unexpected angle attacks, right? Enemy comes from somewhere you're not paying attention and not looking and not expecting is really good. Basic art of war stuff from Sun Tzu, right? Attack from where your enemy doesn't think you're going to attack, but hey, the basic information is good. D-Matrix Firebat! Let's go! Get that Defiler! Kill him eventually! The fourth base. Remember I said Jaedong need this to live? Dude, it's gonna die. Look at this. Taking advantage of the Dark Swarm here are these Marines. Hatch is absolutely gonna get focused here. Stim up. Hatch, Plague down. Can he save the fourth? Lurkers are coming in. We've already been plagued. No! The hatch goes down. Down goes Ali. Down goes Frazier. And it gets replanted, but it's dead. It will take a minute for it to come back. 59 to 37 workers. Remember what I said? Jaedong kind of struggles against the best elite Terran players? Royal's on that list, folks. He is. And look, he's got the tanks. Did the tanks help him in that engagement at the fourth base? No, they did not. Tragically. Get that Zergling off of me, says the siege tank. We're making more tanks. Yes. 2 tanks at a time. Still adding in here. Royals up 168 to 92 supply. I mean, look, it's hard for me to give credit for the tanks for the position that Royal's in right now. Nice plague. Because a lot of the damage done here has been with Marines and medics and firebats and science vessels, but I still think having these tanks is worth its weight in gold. Restoration coming in from Royal. Really only a target for plagued science vessels. You really don't restore anything else. Look at those Hydras taking down a science vessel while a plague comes in too. On the Marines, none of these science vessels are actually plagued. Some of them have taken hits from Hydras and Scourge, yes, but none of them are down to like the 1 or 2 HP that is indicative of something that it caught a plague right to the face. Fourth base. Dude, fourth base is landed from Royal. Jaedong is done. Holy cow, what a game. Yeah, I thought Royal was out of it, but he continued to macro, continued to micro, continued to attack well in 3 different positions. The siege tanks are trying to not die. Oh, he stopped in range of the Lurker. Misjudged that position poorly. Plague, big plague, big plague. Oh, boop, boop. And Hydra's picking him off before Restoration can come in. Restoration is done, but these medics do not have the energy for Restoration. They've been healing up Plague Marines for too much here. Too much time. So fourth base is up, but Jaedong needs to kill this, or he needs to take a fifth base. These are his options right now. But it's 160 to 102 supply. What options? Falcon asks. Burrow, ya dummy, or get out of there. Take your pick. Okay, I mean, what is this? 3 unburrowed Lurkers are all that are defending? That's a dead fourth hatch again. Okay. So that's a GG. Look, these Hiders are doing pretty good for themselves. They do that a lot. This base is not coming back. This base is dead. 3 base to 4 base is a non-tenable position if you're at anywhere near equal footing to your opponent as a Zerg player. So Jaedong is anywhere near equal footing to Royal, who's won an ASL and is really a monster. Really kept it going since his ASL as well. Unlike some players I'm not going to mention. Okay, interesting. Jaedong gets some Lings into the 4th base of Royal, causing some issues here, definitely. Adrenal Lings with them, he got 0 attack, yeah. When we go the Hydra strategy, we don't actually give the Lings any attack upgrades. They get Adrenal, which is good enough, I always say. Kind of closing the gap a little bit here is Jaedong. He's only down about 50 supply now instead of 60. Plus, this base is under attack immensely. Plus, plaguing those SCVs would be kind of rad. Dark Swarm's better, though. Yeah, Dark Swarm up. Hydra's virtually invincible. They gotta leave the Dark Swarm and try to fight a little bit here. They get attack upgrades. But the Hydras are, no. Okay, bad. That was actually pretty terrible stuff there. But he was trying to deal with this engagement down this way as Royal seeks to slam the door on this game. There's no Dark Swarm. There's no Plague. Hydras alone are not going to do this, man. No, not against 3-3 Marines. Lurker picked out. Lings running in. GG. Jaedong taps out, and Royal is our winner in how much time? An immense amount of time. 19 minutes and 45 seconds. What? What an insanely good TVZ that was from Royal. I thought he was in trouble. I mean, he was in trouble. He was on 2 bases. Jaedong was on 3, getting a 4th base up. But then there was a worker advantage from Royal. He's able to get a ton of stuff out. Great micro, getting out of the Dark Swarms. Right, trying to dodge plagues as well as he can. Sneaks an army down here, wipes this out twice, and then just starts pushing front, and this base gets saved because, you know, Dark Swarm is good, but you have to be inside the Dark Swarm for it to actually work, right? So, GG. Did this Defiler die inside Dark Swarm? I bet it did. So this is what I'm telling you. Everyone complaining about Dark Swarm from the Terran perspective. Siege tanks do not generally care about your Dark Swarm. So if you're struggling against Dark Swarm, absolutely 100% get some of them siege tanks, right? The siege tanks, the reason for the win today, I don't want to give them that much credit, right? Don't want to give them that much credit. Okay, look, here we go. Woo, we're invincible inside the Dark Storm. You can't kill us. La, 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 la. You guys are dumb. Dumb, stupid Terrans with dumb looks on their faces. They're trying to kill us inside Dark Storm. You can't do it. Hee, hee, hee. Oh, what's that sound? Hey. Bam. Dead. And bam. Dead. And bam. Dead. That's it. That's it. Oh, did I do the thing again? I did the thing again. Super fast forward time. But yeah, Dark Swarm doesn't protect you against siege tank fire like 90% of the time. Unless you're the only thing in the Dark Swarm, and even then you're not safe. So siege tanks. Again, I don't want to give siege tanks all the credit here. The Marines, the medics, the science vessels, the fire bats, they did an insane amount of work. Absolutely. But yeah, this is the point of the game where our guy Jaedong was on 3 bases. It was 2 bases from Royal. It was terrible for him. This gets wiped out. I would have liked to see him expand a little bit sooner maybe, but Royal did come back with a pretty fast attack. Right? He's got a lot of racks rolling. He's spending his cash. He's at 59 workers. He gets his 3rd base rolling. The 4th base is here, but not here for any time at all before it dies. We didn't even see this one die, but it totally did. And yeah, that's it, man. Royal gets the win. Impressive stuff. Zerg players unhappy about this one, man. Okay, that was a truly good TVZ. DEFCON 1 for sure. Royal makes a comeback every Terran player is jealous of. He got outproduced, but he outkilled by a wider margin. Always good. Structures raised is minimal. We got ourselves a 40,000 to 39,000 resource on the spend here. It's an outspend by Royal, actually. What? An outspend in a TVZ? That gets you a win about 89% of the time. So nicely done, Royal. A lot of workers on 2 bases. Got a 3rd base up. Bam. 4th base is easy peasy from there. So, GG. And that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.